news from Liberia and the rest of the world. Today is Friday, the 21st of June, 2024. I am Vafli Kamar presenting. In the headlines, government expected to begin payment of resettlement financial packages to returnees in the coming hours. House of Representatives begins three-day legislative reform forum in Magibi County. The management of the Liberia broadcasting system sharply reacts to LTA's report, says the authorities' action against the system lacks legal reliance.
We were operating before you were established, but that is not our argument. We're just trying to put you in the position of thought where you can think and think again.
And away from Liberia, an attack in Burkina Faso kills more than 100 soldiers in army base amid increased speculation about unrest by security forces. Also coming up is an ELBC commentary titled "Crave a Long-Standing Solution" at the University of Liberia. These and many more stories, including the news in simple English, French, the weather report, sports are coming up. First, Grace Moliese and the news bulletin.
The Liberian government, through LRRC, is expected to begin payment of resettlement financial packages to returnees under the first phase of the repatriation program today. According to the LRRC, the payment will only cover those who have been reunited with their families. As part of the resettlement package, the head of each family will receive $300 while a dependent will also receive $225. The LRRC is also calling on returnees under the first phase to assemble with their handover certificates as requirement for payment at the Johnsonville Transit Center. Government, through the LRRC, is expected to subsequently make payment to returnees under the second phase following the disbursement of the final portion of funds by the Ministry of Finance. The management of the Liberia broadcasting system has described as an error that ELBC Metro FM and Liberia National Language Radio are unlicensed media entities. The management's statement is in reaction to report from the Liberia Telecommunications Authority that the two LBS substations are among several unlicensed radio stations operating in Montserrado County. But speaking Friday on ELBC Super Morning Show, LBS Director General Eugene Fagon clarified that the act creating LTA does not give the entity a right to issue license to the state broadcaster.
Let's start with the categories. 1. Individual is the first category. The second category is the class licenses. And then the third one is licenses for international telecommunications facilities and services. In which one of those categories do we fit? 0.
Mr. Fagon quotes Section 11C of the Act creating LTA as saying the entity is only charged with the responsibility to issue individual, class, and international licenses. He also clarified the Act creating LBS gives the entity the authority to engage in the business of broadcasting and develop radio and television industry in Liberia, contrary to what is being reported by LTA. The House of Representatives is holding a 3-day 2024 legislative reform forum in Magibi County. The forum will run from Friday to Sunday. It is being held under the theme Responsive Lawmaking, Proactive Oversight, and People-Centered Representation. A release says the forum seeks to highlight expected outcomes and bettering Liberia's legislative system. It will also provide legislators the opportunity to have a clear understanding of their duties and responsibilities within the legislative framework. University of Liberia Board Committee Chair Senator Yumani Batikwa is calling on the faculty to remain calm and resume normal activities at the institution. Senator Batikwa's appeal comes amid ongoing go-slow actions by the UL faculty members. He made the call Thursday in ELBC interview following the committee meeting with President Boakai at the executive mansion. Senator Batikwa reaffirmed the committee's commitment to ensuring the smooth and conducive working environment at the nation's higher institution of learning. He also reiterated President Boakai's interest in the university by ensuring that the students' educational quest is not derailed by persistent conflicts at the state-run university. The Office of the Ombudsman has begun accepting complaints regarding alleged violations of the Code of Conduct by public and private officials and employees of government. The chairperson of the Ombudsman Office, Councillor Finlay Kanga, told ELBC on Friday that complaints are being received through temporary mechanisms. Councillor Kanga said the temporary mechanisms include post office box and a dedicated email address for receiving complaints in hard or soft copy forms.
Letter to the office of ombudsman and indicating a content in there, having the letter sealed off and mail that letter to our temporary postal address, which is P.O. Box 5 130 Monrovia, 10 Liberia.
He said the Ombudsman Office is committed to ensuring the Code of Conduct is fully implemented as mandated by President Joseph Boakai. According to Councillor Kanga, the institution is seeking public cooperation as it strives to advance the rule of law, good governance, and discipline in public service. A 27-year-old man identified as Handsome Smith has died after taking in the infamous drugs called Kush in Nimba County. According to our correspondent, Handsome died Tuesday after overdosing himself with the substance. Our correspondent said the issues of narcotic substances is on the increase in the area. Meanwhile, the body of Handsome Smith has been turned over to his family for burial. The Liberia Female Law Enforcement Association, in collaboration with Gender and Security National Task Force, is calling for deliberate actions to address issues affecting women in the security sector. Presenting a communique to the House of Representatives Thursday, Deputy Police Commissioner Bendu Wiagor said gender disparity, intimidation, low recruitment, among others, continue to remain a barrier to female law enforcers.
Persistent and prevalence of issues faced by female law enforcement and security officers, including gender disparity, inequality, gender discrimination, intimidation, and harassment, including sexual harassment.
Madam Wiagor believes the equal participation of women at managerial positions does not only support the 30% women equality, but it is crucial to achieving sustainable development. The association wants government, relevant stakeholders, and partners ensure the protection of the rights and interests of female security and law enforcement officers are prioritized. Receiving the communique were Nimba County District 7 Representative Musa Beliti and Bon County District 6 Representative Moeman Briggs Mensah. The two lawmakers assured the association of doing everything possible in ensuring their petition is not only incorporated into the functions of the security sector, but enforcement and legislation will keenly be notified. Representative Beliti described women empowerment as crucial to nations building. As such, much needs to be done in providing a safe working environment at all levels.
We do everything that we can to make sure that not only these things are incorporated into the honors and the functions of our security sector, but we show enforcement and legislation.
For her part, Bon County District 6 Representative Moeman Briggs Mensah thanked the association for the progress in raising key issues affecting women in the security sector.
Well, Grace Molly is there with the news bulletin. You're listening to Newsline on ELBC Radio. One of the big stories we're following this afternoon, government expected to begin payment of resettlement financial packages to returnees in the coming hours. Well, the management of the Liberia Broadcasting System has strongly reacted to a report from the Liberia Telecommunications Authority that two of its substations are unlicensed. LBS Director General Eugene Fagon described the report as an error and clarified that the act creating LTA does not give it the right to issue license to the state broadcaster. Mr. Fagon made a clarification Friday on ELBC Super Morning Show.
Let's start